South Carolina. And we've got a great turnout today. We've got all our local candidates here today. I'd like to thank everyone who's working so hard to bring our election to a successful conclusion. So my name is Keith Gray. I'm in the county chair here. I'm on my third term. I guess I must be doing something right. And we will be introducing in order of incumbency. And I'd like to start off with our wonderful Representative Mandy Powers-Burrell. Mandy?
Thank you so much, and thank you, Keith, and thank you, Jay, and thank you to the All-In Band for being here. I am so excited about this day, and I am so excited about what's going on in Lancaster County. We are set, like so many counties in South Carolina, to have record turnout for our voting and for our early voting. I was so honored to be the primary sponsor of the bill in the House that allows for us to vote early without an excuse, and I swear I think our people, Republican and Democrat, are going to rise up after this and demand early voting in South Carolina because it is so convenient and there is no reason not to do it. And if you have a problem with voting, if there's a problem with your registration, you can clear all of that up before Election Day if you have early voting. There's so many reasons to do it, and I encourage you to vote in October because it's easy, it's convenient, it is safe, and I'm so excited about the turnout. And when people vote, people generally vote the right way, and we have really great representation. So the more voters we get out, the more likely we're going to have the nation, the state, and the counties that we need and that we want and that we deserve. And so I'm Mandy Powers-Norrell, running for re-election here in Lancaster. I've represented the southern part of Lancaster County for the past 8 years, and I'm so honored to do it. I grew up here, and I feel like I have just come home and am serving the village that helped raise me, and hoping to do it again for another term. And if you're watching this and you're in southern Lancaster County, I ask for your vote before November 3rd. But if you haven't got it done by November 3rd, please do it on November 3rd by 7 p.m. And if you're in line at 7 p.m., they have to let you vote. My focus is on the people who don't have lobbyists representing them. You know, a lot of bills get introduced, but the ones that get moved to the top of the calendar are the ones that have people in the lobby who have a vested interest and who get paid to promote them. So bills that affect children and senior citizens and working families, a lot of times we can all agree on those, but they'll get pushed down on the calendar. I have a bill that defines consent. I mean, we all agree we should have a definition of consent. Nobody should be walking around South Carolina with their own definition of consent. It ties the hands of prosecutors in rape cases, but in South Carolina, we don't have a bill that defines consent. Everybody likes my bill, but it gets put down lower on the calendar, and other priorities take over that are pushed by special interests. So that's what I try to do, is I always look out for the people who don't have lobbyists looking out for them. Children, senior citizens. The first bill I got introduced was one that allowed, or the first bill I got passed was one that allowed that required sexual abuse education to be taught at every single grade level. And since we have started doing that, South Carolina has taken more predators out of children's lives than any other state that has introduced that bill. And that is huge, y'all. If I don't do anything else ever in my life, I feel like that one bill is probably the most important thing I will ever have done. And I did it because I was able to harness the power of social media and friends who contacted legislators and said, we want this to happen. And there was so much pressure for it to happen. It got passed with 5 minutes to go on the last day of session. If it hadn't passed that day, we would have had to wait another year or two for it to pass. And we've gotten predators out of children's lives because of the work people like you have done, and I appreciate you for that. So I ask for your vote on or before November 3rd, and I thank you so much.